People, some of you have noticed that I don't really feature scars in my videos. Well, that is about to change. And to be fair, this is not the first scar I've ever had. This was my very first scar. It's an AEG, it's a budget one. Yeah, it's all metal up here and it feels very heavy. And with the size of my Airsoft armoury, it's an embarrassment that I only have one scar. And I love that platform. So I had to do something about it. So this is it. This is the CYBERGUN FN HERSTAL Scar H gas blowback rifle, OEM'd by VFC. Now, like many of you out there, I am fully aware that WeTech also make one, also licensed by CYBERGUN. And I also know that many of you feel or have experienced that WeTech, and it's not often I get to say this, WeTech is better than VFC when it comes to this Scar H. Having said that, there are some of you that stand by VFC when it comes to this Scar H. But we'll get into all of that later on in the video. Right now, I need to get this bad boy open. Okay, so as you can see, it also comes in tan, but I went for the tactical black. Right, so what do we get? Okay, so in here you get a manual and a speed loader with two different attachments. And yes, loving the big fat mag, just like its real counterpart, a full metal gas mag. And the cool thing about this mag, it has that little switch so that you can disable the bolt lockback feature so you can keep dry firing to your heart's content. Well, until the gases run out. And that's it, people. The next thing to come out of this box is the beauty itself. Oh. This looks amazing. She's a beauty. Oh yes. So the first thing I want to go through with you are the markings and the trades. Now, just like its real counterpart, there's not a lot, and they're all sort of bundled together around here. So first thing is first, your unique serial number. And then below the rail, you have the correct markings, especially when it comes to the caliber, because on some of these it says 6mm BB. Now technically you could say that is also correct because it is an airsoft weapon, so it will be 6mm. But if you're into movie making, need I say any more? So yeah, FN HERSTAL, Belgium, birthplace of this baby. And then you've got the very nice looking FN HERSTAL logo, and then the thing that gives it away as an airsoft replica, thanks to CYBERGUN. Now I say thanks to CYBERGUN, we all know that when CYBERGUN gets involved with a particular platform, they make it even cooler because you get your licensed trades. However, that also means it could make your airsoft replica a little bit more expensive, but not too much. Exactly. The thing that gives it away, it says licensed by FN HERSTAL. Not on the real version, son. And then you've got your markings for your fire selector switch. And that is pretty much it. Apart from your markings on your rail and the fire selector switch on the other side. But we'll get to all of that as we look around this beautiful piece. So let's start at the rear where you have your UGG boot. So let's start at the rear where you have your polymer adjustable stock. On the very back you have a very grippy rubberized butt pad or butt plate. And there you can see the beginnings of more markings where you have number 6 because, let me just pull it all the way out, it has 6 positions. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You also have your adjustable cheek rest, and of course the stock is foldable. Nice. Really does look like a boot. As we move along, you get to your rear sling points and your very tactical looking realistic rear sight. That is fully adjustable. And I love how low profile it is, which means when you put some optics on there, none of this will be getting in your way. Despite that, you still have the option of taking it off. And then we move to the fire selector switch. Let's have a listen. Oh, very clicky. And loving how firm it is as well. No wobble, no shaking, no nothing. Excellent. Let's go to full auto. Oh, lovely. And just like its real counterpart, your fire selector switch with its safe, semi-auto and full auto is ambidextrous. And then we move to the grip. Loving the ergonomics on this. Plenty of texture on there. You've got your checkering, you've got these at the back. It's like serrations, and then you've got that there too. I know it's not to everyone's taste having that on a grip, but for me, it's perfect. And there you have your metal trigger. And might I add, just in case you don't know about the Scar platform already, just like its real counterpart, your lower, polymer, the upper, metal. Remind you of anything? And as we move along, you have your bolt release, your mag catch or mag release. And then we move to the thing that excites me the most. It's a gas blowback, baby, and your bolt/charging handle will be going back and forth like there's no tomorrow when you're pulling that trigger. And it also has a very satisfying whoo when you pull it back. And you'll see what that has just done when we get to the other side. But we're not ready for that just yet. And then we get back to the mag. So right there is where you fill it up with gas. It's a nice solid piece, metal apart from your base and here. Then as we move along the top, we have copious amounts of rail space, all numbered very nicely. You have more rail space on the sides and of course on the lower. And as we are in the lower region, I might as well show you that bad boy right there. That is your hop-up adjustment. And as you can see there, if you have the strength of Hercules, you can use your fingers to turn that, or just use a flathead screwdriver or a coin. As we move closer to the business end, you have your front sling point, which is on both sides. You have your front flip up sight, which is also adjustable if you have the correct tool. And if you look right there, you can see that it is also adjustable for windage. And then right here you have your mock gas block, but on this Airsoft version, you can turn this, take it out, and you have a little tool, a Torx key to be precise, that you can use to remove your rails or anywhere else that requires one of these. And then we get to the business end. Now would you look at that flash hider? Ha! AAC much? Absolutely gruesome looking. And the thing that fascinates me the most about this flash hider, you can use it in an orchestra. Ha! Okay, let's have a look on the other side. So here, as I said before, you've got your ambidextrous fire selector switch. You have your ambidextrous mag catch or mag release. Now, the thing that excites me the most. So I'm going to pull that charging handle back again. Look at that bad boy. Loving how far that bolt goes back And you can literally see where your bolt will travel forwards, pick up a BB from your mag lips, and chamber around. Now I just want to show you, as you can see, that switch is now in a different position. I did that off camera, and you see that plate thing right there? That's also down. Now look at that magazine follower. Let me put that switch back. Notice the magazine follower is sitting a lot higher than before, and that plate is now back and not obstructing anything. Okay, let's get the mag ready. Now, this is a 30 round mag. Now before you say 30, is that all? Well, the real version only takes 20. So technically, we're winning! Ha! In the airsoft world. Sort of. Kinda. Well, you know what I mean. Okay, so now I'm getting excited. I love a gas blowback. Ha! Let's see how this bad boy performs. And actually, let me just make sure it actually works before I do the chrono or the accuracy test. Remember to keep your thumb away from that charging handle. Oh yeah! Okay, so get this. Out of the box, untouched by your local retailer, these bad boys come from the factory shooting at about 460 FPS. Now, depending on what country you are in, and abiding by local laws, yours may be different. So for example, this one shouldn't be above 370. And ideally around 340 to 350 tops for gameplay. There you go, pretty decent considering the mag is slowly now beginning to run out of gas. And as per usual, whenever I do a gas blowback rifle on full auto, I never get the rounds per second. But hey, pretty awesome. Now, because this beast has an almighty kick on it, I might have to compensate a bit for that kick. I'll do my best. So I'm going to put 4 here, 4 here. I'll do 4 here too, and I'll do 1 where X marks the spot. Come on! Do you know what? Put it on safe. Am I getting better at this, or are the guns generally getting better in terms of accuracy? Or is it a bit of both? I don't know, but my goodness, would you look at that effort? I believe I have bragging rights, or maybe this rifle does. Ha! Look at that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And look at this. Perfect. And then right here, didn't quite hit that center right there, but come on, 2 of the shots hit that X and the other 2 were just outside. Awesome. And then my final shot right there, almost. Lined it up pretty decently. I just needed to be a little bit more left. Now, I believe this bad boy still has some rounds in it because the bolt is still shut. So let me just rectify that. Oh, and by the way, do please remember when you're holding on here, obviously not on the mag, you're holding on to the mag well, like that. Make sure your thumb isn't up there, because I'm telling you, this thing hits so hard. I'm speaking from experience during the filming, ouch. Or better still, grab hold of it right there. Let me just quickly empty this bad boy. I'm gonna do it one-handed, like a G. Ha! Nice. Right, this bad boy deserves some nice accessories. Come on now, how tactical does that look? And remember what I said, the rear sight is so low profile, it can even go over. My optics are over the rear sight. I believe it's still missing something. Oh yeah! Actually, oh no, because it's the wrong fitting. This is for the L. I need one for the H. So I'll have to get online and order one of those bad boys. But yeah, I'm looking to put one of these officially licensed grenade launchers on this bad boy very soon. So, what are my initial thoughts on this awesome looking piece of kit? Notice I said looking. Well, to be fair, performance-wise, perfect. Out of the box, it is brand new. But I am fully aware of the complaints that people have about this CYBERGUN VFC version compared to the WeTech one. Well, let me tell you this right now. With the WeTech one, what that one has over this is that there are a ton of aftermarket parts and upgrades you can get for the CYBERGUN Wii version of this. Having said that, all is not lost, because apparently you can get spare parts from VFC for this bad boy, and I managed to spot one or two aftermarket upgrades for this. But I can't guarantee if they are good or not, because I've not had them. So what I'll do, I'll see if I can get hold of them as soon as possible. But as it is right now, I'll tell you officially, getting aftermarket parts for this is next to impossible. But brand new, out of the box, this thing is flawless. Now, you might want to do some maintenance on this more often than not. You might want to take it apart, field strip it, and make sure everything is tight like a tiger. Anyway, yeah. Tighten up your screws, tighten up everything. There's one or two things you can do to this to ensure this thing works flawlessly, and hopefully you will have no issues. Good maintenance is the key. And to be fair, I did see somewhere where one particular user of this has had it for many months, in fact even a year I think, and they've not had a single issue. Whereas you've got some that will say the complete opposite. Other than that, I love this thing, and I am going to get the WeTech version soon also, so I can compare the two and possibly do a torture test on both and see which one is the last one standing out of the box with no mods. Oh, and as far as gas efficiency goes, I was able to get 3 to 4 mags worth of shots before I had to put more gas in again. That's pretty decent. So there you go, people. I'm about to go, but there is one final thing I need to tell you about this VFC version. Now, I don't know if they're going to change it, and I don't know if it depends what country you are in, but what I do know is that they don't show it to you in the manual, and I've not seen a single website that tells you about it. When I say website, I'm talking retailer's website. But on the nozzle, if you get a little Allen key, you can increase or decrease the FPS. Ha! Airsoft Mike, going dark.